Hello Flickering Myth family and welcome to our channel. My name is EJ Marino and in today's video we're going to be diving into a brand new Pixar movie. Yes, we are talking about Lightyear. I'm going to be honest with you, I was one of those people who went, who asked for this Lightyear movie? Actually, still watching this movie, I'm still questioning who asked for this, who pitched this, who approved this, but thank you for doing so because I actually really liked this film. It had a lot going for it. I was thoroughly impressed throughout. I kept waiting for the movie to kind of just take a turn where I was just like, ooh, I don't like this as much. I'm not gonna lie to you, there was some times where I was a bit bored, but kids movies kind of have that problem with me where you start seeing the end as your adult mind, so you start going, okay, can we just get to that end point? We're just doing a lot of shenanigans in between. So those are just those little tiny complaints, but overall I thought it had a strong, simple story, but the simple story allowed for a lot of great character work and a lot of good funny gags, and it allowed the visual department to really step their stuff up. We'll talk about that closer to the end of the review. But yeah, overall, I really thought Lightyear was an impressive outing from Disney and Pixar. Also, what helped me feel better about this movie is in the very beginning, there was a little title card that says, like in 1996 or 1995, Andy watched a movie to get him obsessed with Buzz Lightyear the toy. This was that movie. I thought that was great. At first, they were pitching this as like the person that the Buzz Lightyear figure is based on, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, too complicated, stop that. Give me a simple story. And nope, this is just the movie Andy watched as a kid that he fell in love with and that got him into the toy. I'm curious of why he does not have a Socks toy in the 90s movies, because Socks is a scene stealer. We'll talk about him in a moment. But yeah, overall, I like the premise. I like the idea. A very simple sci-fi little adventure about a space ranger trying to get home. There's so much more to it. There's a good journey that our hero goes on. There's good characters we meet along the way. It's an overall enjoyable experience and one of Pixar's best in a while for me. In the film Lightyear, Buzz Lightyear is a space ranger, as we know he is, but he's a bit hard-headed. He's a bit, I'm gonna do this, this is my mission, me, 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 me. So much so that he maroons him, his commander, and their crew on a hostile planet. They spend some time trying to get out of there, so he decides to go on this kind of like mission so he can hit light speed. There's something wrong with their ship, so he needs to test something out. But every test jumps him a couple years, so while he's staying the same age, because he's only gone for what he feels like is minutes, this is changing like 4 years at a time. And he doesn't really let up, so time is fast forwarding on him, and he's almost a man out of his own time. Now he has to finish the mission, but things aren't what they used to be. The world is changing around him, and he doesn't really know where he stands. So this is the struggle for our character. He basically has to figure this out though, because Emperor Zurg, this evil villainous man, is hovering above their planet, ready to attack them. But yeah, a very simple story. We have the Space Ranger trying to work with these new rookies to help finish his mission. And there's adventures, shenanigans, fun moments throughout. Yeah, a simple story like I said in the beginning, but it really allowed for some good character work. I really like Chris Evans as Buzz Lightyear. There is still moments where it feels like he's doing a Tim Allen impression, but you kind of have to when you're doing Buzz. You can't say to infinity and beyond without that like Tim Allen like way he says it in your head. So that is definitely there. I really adore him. Aduba as the older Hawthorne, who is his friend, his commander. They're very close. They're really, really cool. She is in a LGBTQ relationship. Thought that was cool. Really minor though. Like, I'm glad Disney isn't like, hey, look, we got gay people here. And I'm like, good, because don't hype this up, because it's there, but it's not like of substance. They're gonna ban this in a country, and I'm gonna be like, y'all, for 2 minutes, sure, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, but we do spend more time with Hawthorne's daughter, who is Izzy, and it's voiced by Keke Palmer, who Keke Palmer's having a year. She's on the show Legendary on HBO Max, about to be in Nope from Jordan Peele, and doing a good voice acting role here. Oh my goodness, Keke, you're doing great. Oh, and I cannot forget. So Buzz is going through some stress because of the time travel stuff, and they give him like a robotic support cat called Socks, and Socks is the scene stealer. Oh my goodness, I cannot wait for everyone to fall in love with socks like we did. Like, I'm talking, it's Doug from Up level. It's what they wanted Forky to be in Toy Story 4 kind of thing. It's a good minor side character that is built for toys, built for little kids to fall in love with, built for like someone's wife to be obsessed with. What a great cat character. I'm mostly a dog or a lizard person, but I can see this cute cat character. Some of the only things I don't like is I do think the villain is a bit basic. There's a twist to it. Once you see it, you're gonna be like, oh, it's very kids movie, which my adult brain kind of is like, okay, but the little kids are going to enjoy that. I also don't really love the other rangers, like cadets that are training under Buzz. There's one voiced by Taika Waititi. Don't really like them, find them a bit annoying, but I'm sure their gags, their jokes. There's one with Taika Waititi's like obsessed with a pen in his suit. I know little kids are going to love that. So as my kind of viewing, not a big fan of that. I really do like Keke Palmer. I really like Socks, and I like Buzz. Some of the other characters, not my favorite, but overall, not too many complaints in this movie that I swore I was going to tear into. Without a doubt, I have to give a special shout out to the visuals of this film. Oh my goodness, Pixar was in their bag with this damn film. Holy hell, I thought the visuals were out of this world, pun intended slightly. I don't think I've ever seen Pixar look this real. Like, I was looking at many shots that I'm like, I don't know, maybe it's just the state of very overly CGI'd movies, especially from Disney, but everything feels like animated movies now. So when you see an animated movie look so real, it really throws off my brain. I was truly like amazed by some of the shots. There's some really fun action shots that the action shot really well, 360 camera moves around them. Just overall really impressive camera work and great aesthetics in the cinematography and in the visuals. I love all that. There was a part of me that went, what would this be like in live action? Like a Pixar presents their first live action adventure film and having the same cast, everyone kind of bring their characters to life. It could have worked. Maybe just my brain saying like, this looked so real. The voice acting was so strong. The visuals were so like aesthetically pleasing that this could have been translated to real life very well. I really like that. I will also say on the note of the visuals, it feels like a lot of this is borrowing from Star Wars. I know it's under the Disney family umbrella, but some of the production design, some of the aesthetic choices, like when they're in light speed, it's very Star Wars. Some of the ships, some of the settings feels very Star Wars planets, where I kept waiting for like, and now Darth Vader comes out of nowhere. Like, it feels very aesthetically close. It could just be a homage, or it could just be laziness. I don't really know where to praise or fault it for it yet, but I do like the visuals. I really am happy to see Pixar go this route. I usually like my cartoons to be super cartoony. I like it to look fake, fun, over the top. Think of like Into the Spider-Verse, the show Arcane. I love cartoons. But when Pixar does good live action stuff like this is to me their best live action-ish vibe ever. You think Toy Story 4 looks good, you think Cars 18 or whatever looks good, now wait till you see Lightyear. This is truly a visual delight. For a movie I expected to not like, I ended up really enjoying it. Maybe that says what happens when you set movies at a low bar, or when you just let a movie actually hit you in the face with no expectations. Overall, whatever it is, I like this movie quite a bit. I think Lightyear is the biggest surprise for me this year. What did you guys think of this review? What do you think of Lightyear? Will you be checking this out? Is this a theatrical release for you? They are releasing it in IMAX, or is this something you would watch at home on Disney Plus? Show your feelings down in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel because we make videos like this every single week, and give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Alright everyone, let's talk about Lightyear down below.